All right. So I have um I have a little bit of sibling rivalry, I think, going on here because I have what feels like a brother, and I want to tell you like who I feel, okay? And it's weird that I'm getting the vehicles. This is a young he's showing me as young Power Wheels. If you guys remember like the Power Wheels, like buggy, um the front tire had the pedals, the two back tires, the Power Wheels that little kids would get in. All right. Um, what he's showing me is like I think he wore a cape because he'd go down fast, and I think there was like a driveway that had a slope. There was a ramp at the bottom of it, and what I'm getting is I think this person is trying to talk to his sister, because there was this whole thing of like I'm gonna run and tell mom, or I'm gonna tell mom that you did this, or like the back and forth kind of sibling rivalry that little kids would have. But I want to ask if anybody has a specific memory about a brother who would have rode a Power Wheels with a cape, who would have jumped and maybe ripped something, gotten in trouble, blamed it on you. I mean, that's a real specific goddamn story, you guys. Um, does anybody have like a deceased brother or cousin that was like a brother who wore a cape on a Power Wheels? I'm gonna start there. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how's it
Yeah.
going?
So,
Oh, can you hear me?
I can. Is this your person?
So there's a picture of my brother who passed away in this type of Hot Wheels type toy when he was a little kid. And he's actually wearing a cape. And he sibling rivalry. Oh my gosh, all we did was argue. All we did was fight. And when we were really little, we would get each other in trouble. And then when we were trying to go to sleep at night, and then my parents would come in and we would blame it on the other one. So
Okay.
maybe not.
So,
I don't know. I
Brandy,
just kind of thought I'd see.
yeah, no, Brandy, like I don't think that's anybody else here. That's very much, I think this is for Nicole. Okay. So if Brandy, you could bring us up on spotlight and I can share this time with you, Nicole. Okay. So here's a brother. Can I ask, I'm gonna say this with kindness. Did this did this brother like having things in his veins?
Well, yes and no. So, I mean, he was
What
diabetic.
I mean by that, I'm gonna be clear with you. I'm not talking about needles, I'm talking about like drugs. Like I feel like things in my veins. You know what I mean? I feel like a sense of relief from having them in my veins. Okay. Just that's a little bit of addiction thing going on.
So towards the end of his life, he was constantly on a lot of pain pills, and it unfortunately got to the point where he would actually ask the nurses and doctors for more, like either morphine or Dilaudid or whatever he happened to be on, and they had to kind of like try to stop it, and so that makes sense.
Yeah, no, like that's like there's a warmth, I guess. That's the best way I can say it to that feeling. So he's bringing me that feeling. Here's the thing that I have to praise you for. Thank you for standing in direct opposition to that. Thank you for being the person that's like clean, sober, like not fucking around with any of that stuff. Very much appreciates that because you're not going to do to your mom what he did. And that's huge for him. That's something that you don't have to carry as a soul when you move to death and you know you do all of that. But um okay. So here's the funny thing that I'm talking about, like the Power Wheels, the golf cart, right? So here we have a spirit of joy. You know, a spirit of joy is coming through for our Friday night get together, right? We want to keep it happy go lucky as much as possible. Here's the interesting thing that he's telling me. So you've made a lot of choices to um remove people from your life. You know what I mean? Like remove people from your life. The words that he's giving me are white trash people. You want nothing to do with people who are white trash people. You're leaving them behind. But he has a funny message for you. He sees you going through that process, but he wants to fuck with you a little bit here, Nicole. And he's like, well, make sure that you don't slip into thinking you're better than people. So like you want to be different. You want to be like, you know what I mean? You want to like have the best life, but he
But don't
says,
take it
make
too
sure that you
far, maybe.
what? Maybe you take it too far. Yeah, he's like, make sure you don't become a snob. Like
Yeah.
a snob. Make sure you don't become a snob. Make sure you're like, look down in your nose at those people because um uh it's so fucked that he would say this. People who live in trailers are people too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like like there's he just loves you, sees your efforts, just you can be better than you were yesterday, but you'll never be better than another human. Do
Yeah.
you get what I mean?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
very much likes that. Now, I also want to tell you, I asked you, um, do you do you tear ass on like four wheelers like a man does?
No, I do not.
Like, what are you driving that is like it's not like timid, it's like um what
I used to
can I
have a
ask you, you ever
Jeep.
fishtail?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like what are you driving? Because he's like, I'm getting this message going like, I love seeing you do that, and I'm like seeing like the tail of dirt like when you drive and you do a fishtail. Are
Oh,
you an
I don't
aggro
know.
driver?
I
Are you an
have a
angry
RAV.
driver?
I can get road rage, a little bit of road rage.
Are you
I don't have a lot of
aggressive though?
patience.
You don't have a lot of patience. I don't know why he likes this. So I'm giving you the stamp of approval. You might actually be driving defensively.
Maybe.
When people can drive too slowly. I just want to let you know the message that I'm getting is around your driving, how he likes it. There's something
I
like,
talk to him a lot in the car.
oh, okay, okay, okay. So um there's that.
And weirdly, my car's been really windy lately on the interstate. And I've been saying it to people and I've been noticing it. So I don't know if
Like
that's just what
fishtail
I thought
a little
of.
bit. Isn't that weird? Like a little fishtail
Yeah.
energy? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, it's interesting. So do you remember the Gremlins? Do you remember Gizmo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I see that, and then I see the two of you like, do you remember your footy pajamas? Do you remember footy pajamas?
Yeah.
We're
We
going
both
way
have
back.
some.
Yeah, like footy pajamas. But there's this thing of like, um, there's definitely like a soul connection here between you and your brother, Nicole. And the reason why I say this is because it's like I want to get under the covers with you and I want to have the big bowl of popcorn, right? Like we got to be under the same covers and we got to have the big bowl of popcorn on top and then we're just like on the couch and we're like watching our movie. So you might want to have like a movie time with your brother, like intentionally sit down and watch movies with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So then he goes from like the Gremlins, which is like the 80s, which is like the old stuff. Never remember a movie. I wouldn't like this is kind of obscure. Do you ever remember a movie called Death Proof? It was a Quentin
Not off the top of
Tarantino
my head.
movie. Right. So it's kind of obscure. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie, but it has like muscle cars. Like there's a big muscle car in it. And it's like a road movie, like cars, assassins, killers, road, it's like an action flick. Can you remember? Because he's like trying to tell me about a movie that has like a muscle car in it, like an old muscle car. Like I don't know if this is the General Lee. I don't know what this is, but to sit down, have car time with him, have movie time.
I'm not quite entirely sure about the car thing, so, but it could be definitely something. He loved movies. That was his favorite thing to do. He was kind of like a movie buff, almost, if you will. Like he knew all the lines from like old TV shows, series, documentaries, it was one of his favorite things to do was like talk about movies and watch movies and yeah.
You don't mind a little like action flick, do you?
No.
Okay. I want you because the way this works for me is like they go through my head, they look at my symbols, they look at what I've seen, they look at what's in my memory, then they pull it out and they give it to me. You may want to just watch that movie Death Proof, okay?
Okay.
Because like he's
Yeah.
given it to me. It's kind of like an action movie. Quentin Tarantino, that should tell you everything about it. Maybe
Mhm.
from 10 or 15 years ago, 15 maybe. Okay. Really delighted with what you're making of yourself. And I got to tell you this because there's like this energy of like the thankless job. Like I'm putting in a lot of effort, I'm not being seen, or people aren't acknowledging me. He wants to thank you for whatever changes you're making and putting into your life. What's funny, Nicole, is he's telling me be careful with your scalp. So I want to ask
Okay.
you, um, do you get reactions to shitty jewelry?
Sometimes. I definitely have in the past.
Okay, so that's like a thing of like, don't dye your hair, don't dye your
Hmm.
hair, don't dye your hair. I think you might have heard me say this because there's something about
Hmm.
like him telling me to tell you to listen to that. So for
Yeah.
folks who are wondering about this, whenever I do live events or these sorts of things, Spirit always shows me the people who have sensitivity to metals, like crappy metals and jewelry, because those people who have sensitivity to metals like that from jewelry are also highly sensitive to the toxic chemicals that are in hair dye. Okay. So he's
It
having
makes
you
sense.
watch this. Well, he wouldn't like, I mean, I can't guarantee what happens. I can't guarantee anything about what happens here, Nicole. Some people can survive it, some people can't. Pregnant women shouldn't dye their hair. I don't want to get up on a soapbox about it, but it would really suck to put on all the work that you're putting into your life to become the thing that you want to be, then to get to the end of it all and go, God damn it, I got brain cancer because I dyed my hair.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
just like uh and I can't believe that I have to say this to another adult, but I'm going to say it. Okay. I'm going to say this to you. Um, you're a Vermonter, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. That helps with what I'm about to say to you. Um, he's giving me big thumbs up around cannabis. Okay. So, like, if you're somebody who can like manage that plant ally in your life with a little like you can moderate it. What if I'm getting the impression that it's in your life a little bit? So, what
Yeah.
he's telling me is, I think that it's helpful. I think that it's helping you with something. Okay, in the same way, like I get that hair dye is bad. Watch your scalp. I also get
Yeah.
that cannabis is good. So you must be interacting with it in a way that it's a medicine for you. Just keep at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, he appreciates your efforts to stay straight and narrow, and that's important for you to hear. But what's hold on, hold on. Here's a funny thing. Like when I said to you at the beginning of this, like you must, Nicole, know what I was talking about when I said Friday nights, right? Friday nights,
Mhm.
go out, have fun. Friday nights, you get the weekend, you can get a little
Yeah.
hungover, you don't have to worry about it, yada yada yada. He wants me to ask you, when's the last time you had fun?
It's been a bit. Yeah. Actually, the last time I had fun was when I went to the Highgate Manor and I saw you, and it was actually wonderful. It was a wonderful night. But before that, almost 2 years.
Why? We
Just not
know,
like
right?
for any, yeah, life, just,
Well, no, I don't want to say life. I actually want to look at it through the lens of what are you committed to? The answer to that question, what you're committed to, is the answer as to why you had 2 years of just blah.
because I'm just trying to build a better life for myself and the boys and just, yeah.
Yeah, golf clap, baby, golf clap. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about. But here, I want you to do this for your brother. Okay. This summer, I want you to find like a campsite, go camping with your kids, what have you. But he's
Yeah.
talking about a drive-in movie theater. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want you to go find a drive-in movie theater. There's got to be a couple left in New England. I want you to find a campground that's nearby. I want you to go have a camp trip. I want you to like go out and
Do things.
watch some drive-through movie theaters. Bethel, Vermont has one. Thank you, Michelle and Julie. Bethel, Vermont has one. So
There's
there
one
are
in
out there.
Colchester. It's about maybe 20 minutes from St. Albans, which is where I live. And it's
It's pretty prominent. It's well known. My brother and I used to go to it when we were kids a lot.
So that's why he would tell me that. Now, the funny
Yeah.
thing is, can I ask, remember how he keeps hammering me with the car thing? The car, the
Yeah.
car, the car, the muscle car. Do the Fast and Furious movies mean anything to you?
Um, Not on like a personal level. I don't think I saw the last two actually, but I was at one point really into them and so was he. And we would talk about different shows and different movies that we enjoyed. So at one point we did discuss that one.
Okay, so it's not death proof. What you got to do is you got to watch the other movies with your brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe what you need to, because what is there, like 13 of them now? There's like a
Or
lot of
something.
them.
Yeah, it's a
There's too
lot.
many of them. There's too many of them. Maybe you got to go from the beginning all the way up. Um, all the way up. Okay. I have a weird question for you. You don't have a sty on your eye, do you?
I did not too long ago.
Okay,
Well,
so I
maybe a
can't
few
see
months.
anything. I can't see anything around your eyes. But he's showing me something about uh like a blood vessel or a sty or something on your eye, and he's like, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it." So I think that you might be a little bit of a hypochondriac. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because if he's like, "Oh, you got a little thing, just let it go, let it go, let it go." Okay. Um. Oh, he's got a gravestone, doesn't he?
He's in an urn.
In a grave.
No, he's with my parents right now.
Okay. People aren't visiting him, Nicole. Like people aren't visiting him. People aren't going to him. People aren't talking to him. You know how like we have gravestone, we can go and we can talk and we can like
Yeah,
pour out a
yeah, and
beer, we can
sit
do something
down and
like
have
that.
like a
Does he have a spot? Because I keep feeling like you've got to go to my grave. You've got to visit me. You've got to go see me. You've got to go see me. So if he's cremated, he's got an urn. Is this like you got to go to your parents?
yeah. So my mom has a place for him in the living room. It's on a shelf. It's got his urn and a picture of him, some flowers, a few other memorable things. And she lights this candle for him every single night. And
No, no, no. Hold on, hold on. I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. It's not. It's not inside. It's not inside. Did they spread ashes outside anywhere? Did they spread any of his ashes outside?
No, but down the road from him, there is a cemetery where all my aunts and uncles are, and that's where my parents will be.
Okay. Do you not remember a tire swing or a tree as a kid? Do you?
Maybe, yeah. We went to a playground a lot. We lived near a playground that had a tire swing.
You might want to just. I don't know. I think it's there's a lot to be said about cremation and burial. There's a whole lot to be said about that. But when we have like a cemetery and we have a headstone, we have a place where we can go and spend some time. I
Hang
mean,
out and spend time.
100 years ago, 200 years ago, people were having picnics in cemeteries, because you'd go to the cemetery and have a picnic there.
Yeah.
There's something about carving out a little bit of time to make sure that you go and sit with him. Okay. Carve out a little bit of time to make sure you go and sit with him. Do you have his t-shirt?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple of
Okay.
his t-shirts actually.
Like he's saying, smell me. Like, like pull them out and like smell him, get his smell, like to remind you because he's there. Um, he wish he had one last chance to call you an egghead while he was alive, but he gets to now. So he loves you. That's his way of saying, I love you. I wish I could have told you I love you, love, 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 all that stuff. I don't want to diminish it, but all of that stuff comes through when these connections are made. And he wants to give you the positive affirmation that you're not getting from your parental figures. Like he wants to give you the atta girl energy. He wants to make sure that you know that you're doing a great job, even though you may not be hearing that from people who would just expect you to do this. Okay. Because like this is a choice that you're making, you know, caring for your family, creating a better life, becoming the best version of yourself. That's a choice that you're making. Okay. Don't take it so seriously that you become a little bit snobby or you don't remember the fun and just cutting loose. Okay. We got to have some fun
Yeah.
and cut loose. All right. So,
Yeah.
he's like, watch out for that sciatica in your hip, old lady. So you got something go.
Yeah, my hip is weird. Yes, every time I clean it bothers me, and I have to go to physical therapy, and I'm not, and so maybe I should.
Maybe you should. And like, do you line dance?
No, I don't line dance. I mean, I like to dance. I'm not very good at it, but
Well, I'm just kind of seeing you doing like the shit kicking, the stomping, like the boot wearing, and like I'm seeing that, but he's laughing because he's like, "Watch out for your hip, old lady," So figure out what your Friday night is. Maybe your Friday night's not like Sally's. I mean, Sally wants to be down by the river getting tanked and driving her fucking golf cart, right? Okay.
yeah.
That's Sally's Friday night. Okay. Your Friday night, maybe it's just catching up on the Fast and Furious with a big bowl of buttery popcorn with your brother.
Yeah.
Okay. With a little bit of Mary Jane to go along with it.
Yeah, that was one of our things. We always enjoyed smoking together. When he got sick and life was just busy and we would see each other, but every time we'd see each other, we'd try to smoke if we could. So
So much love to you, Nicole. Thank you for being here.
thank you
Thank you for
so
being
much,
here.
Josh.
All right. Take care of yourself. I'm going to get to the next one.